Hello, good evening, and welcome to TC Network. I am Dingley Tim Hoki bringing you today's news. Today's top headlines include recruitment spikes across insurgent outfits in Manipur more than when insurgency was at its peak. Kuki-Zo top body vehemently opposes deployment of additional security forces in Kuki-Zo areas. United Zo Organization General Headquarters condemns government's offensive Indo-Myanmar border. News in details. Most youngsters who are working or doing business are said to have picked up arms to either become village defense volunteers or join insurgents to protect their community. As Manipur continues to boil, the recruitment of youngsters as fighters and volunteers into now active underground insurgent groups and newly formed radical outfits, all armed with sophisticated weapons, have spiked, amplifying the cycle of violence, the print has learned. According to sources in the intelligence, most youngsters who were students or were working at offices doing small business have picked up arms to either become village defense volunteers or have joined the insurgents after receiving arms training to protect their community. This, one of the sources said, has happened both in the hills with a Kuki majority as well as the valley areas where Meiteis reside, which in turn is a big challenge for the security forces. According to data available with the security forces, the strength of Arambay Tenggol, a radical Meitei group that had only 7,000 people till March 2023, saw a rise of almost 614%, with its strength now up to 50,000 people spread across 59 units. Arambay Tenggol faces many allegations of violence, looting and armed attacks of churches amid the ongoing ethnic conflict in Manipur. Now being lauded by a section of the people for resisting the forces, it had summoned MLAs for a meeting at the Kangla Fort last week and allegedly compelled them to sign a draft proposal and then take an oath to protect the integrity of the state. Moreover, recruitment across valley-based insurgent groups, including the People's Liberation Army, armed wing of the Revolutionary People's Front, factions of the People's Revolutionary Party of Kangleipak, the Kangleipak Communist Party, the Kanglei Yawol Kanalu, and factions of the United National Liberation Front, now allegedly involved in extortion in the Imphal Valley, has also increased, the source said. Considering the presence of state security forces and valley-based insurgent groups in the Kuki-Zo dominated areas as pouring oil on the flame, the Committee on Tribal Unity, or the Kotu Sadar Hills, vehemently opposes the recent deployment of additional state security forces across the foothills of Kuki-Zo dominated areas. The committee also alleges that on January 30, the surrendered UNLF Pambay group clandestinely intruded into Hoken village in New Kaithil Manbi areas in Kangpokpi district at around 3 p.m., stating that it was nothing but a clear indication of wanton exercise of political dominance by the majoritarian Meitei community over the minority Kuki-Zo community. It stated that there is always ample peace in all areas dominated by the Kuki-Zo until shattered by the valley-based armed militias, the Arambay Tenggols and the secessionist militants, UNLF MPA groups, with a tactical and logistical support of fascist political leadership of the state of Manipur. In hindsight, the committee is conjunction with the state of Manipur in matters pertaining to securing all border areas between the two geographical divide by a neutral security force, it added. However, the state security apparatus, which is already compromised in terms of its credibility, should not believe in itself to fulfill such noble duties, it further added. It also stated that the state is welcome to provide security and succor to its citizens within the Valley district, and for the Kuki-Zo, the presence of center security forces in the hills is sufficient to maintain the status quo. The committee asked the incumbent Chief Minister N. Biren Singh and the erstwhile titular King Laisimba Sanajauba MP to not inflame yet another animosity or wage a futile war against the minority on the pretext of security reasons. The Kuki-Zo community will never accept the presence of any state security forces, especially IRBs, MRCDOs, and the valley-based armed militias or any secessionist Meitei militants into our lands, it asserted. The United Jaw Organization General Headquarters, UJO, has opposed and condemned the government's intention to fence the Indo-Myanmar border without taking into account the socio-historical implications and the existence of the Jaw or Jaw people. The Jaw or Jaw are trans-border communities who have long lived in the former Manipur Chin, now Indo-Myanmar border regions, and without their knowledge or approval, the British colonial overlords divided up their inhabited regions and gave them to Manipur and Chin Hills in the late 19th century, says UJO in a release issued on Thursday. The UJO stated that the British referred to the Jaw or Jaw inhabited regions which were located on Manipur's southern borders as the neutral zone, no man's land, or cross-hatch area. For a very long time, there has been no clear boundary between Manipur and Myanmar. According to colonial records, there were around 19 Jaw or Jaw villages with 630 households living in the present-day border regions between India and Myanmar. These villages were responsible for paying taxes to the British administration of the northern Chin Hills until September 1892. However, 16 of these 19 Jaw or Jaw villages were awarded to Manipur in 1894 when the boundary between Manipur and Chin was drawn. Following then, more boundary demarcations were carried out, completing the Jaw or Jaw people's final partition into India and Myanmar, says the United Jaw Organization. The release stated that the Jaw or Jaw population in India and Myanmar are one and the same, sharing the same origin, speaking the same dialect, and upholding the same customs and traditions. The free movement regime between India and Myanmar facilitates socio-cultural and economic exchanges, allowing individuals on both sides of the border to regularly interact beyond this artificially drawn border. Therefore, it would be a flagrant infringement of indigenous people rights to try to stop the same people from having individual and socio-cultural exchanges, stated the release. The United Jaw Organizations implored the central government of India to use caution, resist the allure of some majoritarian propaganda aimed at the Kuki-Zo minority communities, and reverse its decision to unilaterally abolish the FMR and erect a border fence in the middle of the Jaw or Jaw ancestral territory. The United Jaw Organization asks if the government of India has abandoned its vision of Act East policy. In connection with a post which is doing wrong in social media about Philip Hongsai and Hemkulal Mate confessing to have involved in the killing of More ADPO Anand Kumar, a large number of Kuki-Zo women folk thronged the key location point to ask and inquire whether or not the social media post was genuine. Unfortunately, the security guard who were present at the spot prevented them from entering the key location point. It was believed that the accused leaders who were arrested in connection with the killing of SDPO Anand Kumar were to be airlifted to Imphal. On being unable to get inside the key location point, women folk gathered in front of the Assam Rifles main gate. Mention may be made that even medias were not allowed to enter the KLP, just to ask the couple of questions about the authenticity of the social media post. Whereas, it has been learned that at around 2:30 p.m., the scheduled helicopter was cancelled. No unwanted incidents happened until the filing of this report. Let's have a look at the ground report from our correspondents who are in Moret Town.
Assam Rifle KLP location muna hi kalut pun wa hi le big tin ni ki musa lo di wa ngong lut di wa hi azi cha ho be to ni ki mu sa ben ka din lang kai hum kam azi cha to yang ki moving ka tiwa ka seo hin a phal po win bichi hi media adinga hi chan ge ha ki kha pa hi e honong I chan ge ai gel kho wa pham I pi ti di hom chi hi ta hi bol jing ke ti wa hi le I het lo ka wa pu mang the wa hi chin chi lam kai hamo polang hon tua hi SP pa ko mai sol kin hi hello sir SP pa ko mai sol kin hi chin SP pa ko mai sol kin hi chin tua hi pp le media hong ki po sa hi in media jong hi thu hong lik dan che na hi adi lo nge na I ki he sio hin I pp le tu din muna bang hi I ma cha ki sei tam pun te amon I lu sa nom lo hi chin thil si bol din jong ka hi powin question ka bol me go no hi chin thu di lo pa chu itabang ham ai hi na ma hi lo ham ti chu ki khul chen no ma hi in pp le tu din mona hi media jong I ki zul sa lo hi chin ka tu se yong ngai po win force ta ai bol go no hi chin SP pa te ki mu to dia ai se ket wen pp le chi lam kai lang alu bo lang hon them khat I gyal kho pi wen lang la video coverage bol lang chelang jong hin tu le tu din mona chala ya ding pa hi complain hin bola ki ho chunga gam tin hin sei chu
ipal pi lo he ka lu go hon le
ma cham lo he chi
media power media ethnic
sir chilang ka kap amang hi ama hi in
amang ka bu he kyang ka kap dia ma
video ala win ke long video ka la ve e ho ading in vai ma cha boi na am poi paten la tamel lo
There is no peace in the state since law and order has not been maintained, says All Naga Students Association Manipur and some, while urging the Meitei and Kuki to not drag Nagas in the ongoing conflict. Addressing media persons at Manipur Press Club in Phal on Thursday, President of ANSAM M. Lui Kang Lakson said the Nagas have been neutral in the ongoing crisis and peace committee was initiated under the initiative of the United Naga Council with a hope of bringing peace in the state. The Naga bodies have met the Kuki Inpi Manipur and Coordinating Committee Manipur Integrity with a hope of bringing peace. However, there is no peace in the state since the law and order has not been maintained in the state, said Lakson, informing that there are a series of incidents that the Nagas have to undergo in the ongoing crisis. The ANSAM president said that such incidents is very unfortunate and that the Nagas will not remain silent over such incident. If the state government is not capable of maintaining law and order in the state, the central government must immediately intervene and act to bring peace and normalcy, he added. Even in the month of January 2023 alone, there are several incidents against the Naga community, he said, and added that such incidents are possible because of lapses in security measures. There are many harassment, tax collection, and extortion along the highways which the Naga communities are facing. However, the Nagas have not reacted against all of it since they want peace in the state, Lakson added. While commenting on the free movement regime, tribunal member of ANSAMSC, Thotso said they have submitted a memorandum to the Union Home Minister Amit Shah through the Governor of Manipur, disapproving the scrapping of FMR. Thotso said ANSAM appreciates the initiatives of the central government in trying to bring peace in Manipur. However, scrapping of FMR and sealing Indo-Myanmar border is not the solution, he added. ANSAM and Naga people are also concerned about influx of illegal immigrants, but sealing of the border is not the solution. Instead, the government can invoke other mechanisms such as implementation of NRC with base year as 1961 and effectively implementing the inner line permit. Besides, the sincerity of the law enforcing agency in mending the border is also equally important to curb the influx of illegal immigrants, said Thotso. The KSO Community School commenced admission for class preparatory to class 6 today at Peace Ground, Tuibong. 80 students did their admission today and admission will be open till 20 February. TKSA Headmaster Cassie has requested parents to do the admission within the given time so as to avoid chaos later for the staff and also for the smooth functioning of the new school. Seat limit is just 250. The documents required for the admission are 2 passport photocopy, Aadhaar card Xerox copy, birth certificate Xerox copy, and residential certificate Xerox copy. If anyone is unable to produce the state certificate due to some unfavorable reasons, you can meet the KSO leaders. These schools mainly focus on the displaced students who cannot afford private schools or do not get seats in government schools. The KSO further assured the parents that quality and standard education will be provided for the students, along with free uniforms and books.
Boltan, a capacity 250 chen ding a hizi chun minumi pazo sil hingel khwakin thailam penai mission ke bola first come first serve hizi chun hingel kho win lang hichi tu puni gel kho wa akin thailam penai mission ke boarding win kan timin chuta le ke so in a motive ai lo la ki tu akitoi cho hi le gale tol hasat gan theisia school private school akai jo lo hoding gel na hum ke bole hin quality nei ta hum ke boarding teachers on team hong kilenga patake chang ke boarding eji chun hichimun hi koi tabang asat gan theji gale torji chumla paya sat ja private school admission muzo lohon ke so community school ai in ju chiwa admission ke boarding win team le sana kan nei ne chapang som ke tab.
The KSO Sadar Hills today inaugurated the administrative office of KSO Sadar Hills today at District Center Kangpokpi. The program was attended by Losa Dikho, Honorable MLA Mao SC as chief guest, Nemcha Kipgen, Honorable Minister Commerce and Industries and Cooperations as chief host. The program is also attended by Haukulet Kipgen, Honorable MLA and Kim Niao Hang Sing MLA as special guests in the presence of KSO General Headquarters, Senapati District Students Association, Kuki in P. Sadar Hills, and Sahilka. Dedication of the administrative office is ministered by Reverend Father Zhang Hugin Zhongloy, Secretary KTCF. The program was opened with welcome address and presentation by Sat Mintang Kipgen, President KSO Sadar Hills, which was later followed by inauguration and dedication by the chief guest and minister. The inauguration was closed with a vote of thanks from Thangtin Lin Hau Kip, General Secretary KSO Sadar Hills, and a closing prayer by Reverend Father Zhang Hugin Zhongloy. AIMS New Delhi has partnered with the Center for Development of Advanced Computing CDSC Pune to introduce iOncology AI, an advanced AI platform geared towards enhancing healthcare through early cancer detection. This initiative responds to the global impact of cancer, which has surpassed cardiovascular issues in high and middle-income countries. Globalcon reported 19.3 million cancer cases worldwide in 2020, ranking India third in incidence after China and the United States, said the Daily Guardian. A Lancet study predicts a significant increase in cancer cases in India, reaching 2.08 million by 2040, underscoring the urgency for effective diagnostics. Late-stage detection remains a major contributor to cancer-related fatalities, with 80% of cases globally diagnosed at an advanced stage, resulting in a mere 20% survival rate. AI is pivotal in reducing false negatives in manual cancer diagnosis. As outlined in AIMS Delhi official statement, the iOncology AI platform employs a sophisticated AI system capable of analyzing complex medical data with unmatched accuracy and efficiency. Using deep learning models, the platform has self-learning capabilities, adapting as the volume of clinical and imaging data increases. Initially focusing on breast and ovarian cancers prevalent among Indian women, the platform's learning models are tailored for early detection using a substantial data set from over 1,500 patient cases at AIMS. The success at AIMS has led to its implementation in 5 district hospitals, garnering positive feedback at the recent Med Hackathon during AIMS Research Day. The platform is exploring collaborations with other cancer hospitals and research centers in the country. Developed collaboratively by the Minister of Electronics and Information Technology, AIMS and CDSC, the iOncology AI platform stands as a significant stride in India's battle against cancer, contributing significantly to early detection and management. Champai Soren, a leader from the Jharkhand Mukti Morcha JMM Party has taken oath as the Chief Minister of Jharkhand. The ceremony took place around 12:15 p.m. at the Darbar Hall of the Raj Bhavan in Ranchi. As per India Today, Northeast, the development unfolded after Jharkhand Governor C.P. Radhakrishnan, in a late-night move, invited a loyalist of JMM leader Hemant Soren, Champai Soren, to Raj Bhavan to form the government on Thursday. Champai Soren has also been tasked with proving his majority in a floor test within the next 10 days. The invitation followed Champai Soren's plea to the governor to expedite the acceptance of his claim to form the government. The political landscape in the state has been uncertain since Hemant Soren's resignation on Wednesday. Amid the uncertainty, the JMM-led coalition had planned to fly its MLAs to Telangana from Ranchi. However, this was abruptly cancelled as the charter planes hired for the journey could not take off due to poor visibility. Champai Soren steps in to replace Hemant Soren, who resigned as the chief minister following his arrest by the Enforcement Directorate (ED) in connection with an alleged money laundering case. Hemant Soren has been sent to judicial custody until February 2nd. The case against him is linked to a huge racket of illegal chains of ownership of land by the mafia in Jharkhand. The political scenario in Jharkhand is now poised for change as the state braces for a new leadership under Champai Soren. That is all for today's news, and have a pleasant evening ahead.